Hello, and welcome to my walks with a camera. And to be honest, I'm back in a woods that I'm extremely familiar with. This is the Foals Track. Been here lots of times. Talked about it quite a bit. Photographed it quite a bit. It's a rich, green, vibrant environment. Lots of compositions. I've got my 105 macro lens on the camera, so gives you an idea what I'm looking for. And believe it or not, I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Normally I would talk about photography, the woods, looking for compositions, looking for interesting stuff. I would talk about f-stops and maybe even get a little esoteric about the woods and just slowing life down. But honestly, yeah, sorry, I got nothing. So this is just going to be a walk in the woods. See what we can find. Stuff like this. But really, apart from the mosquitoes, I got nothing. Sorry. But you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Because there are times what you need is just to turn your brain off and not think about anything. These are really cool mushrooms. I've got my camera on f8. I was shooting at 1/500th of a second, but I'm going to turn it down to 80. And as I said, I got my 105 macro lens to bring out detail in that. That is kind of cool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with nothing. You don't have anything to talk about. You don't have any, you're not thinking. Turned your brain off. Just enjoying the, you know. And in the woods like this, you just get rid of the day-to-day crap that we deal with and just enjoy the peace. Photography has helped me with that. It's caused me to slow down, look at things differently, look at life differently, look at the world differently. That's one of the things that you'll find if you get into photography. You begin to look at everything around you very, very differently. And that's a good thing. Sometimes we just get overwhelmed And that frustrates us. And so if you can take some time and just set all that aside and get away from it all and just relax and think about nothing. You don't need to fill your life up with ratcheta. You just don't. That's also an age thing too. You reach that stage in life where you're just not impressed with anything anymore. Just not. And so, since I have nothing to talk about, I apologize. And hopefully you'll find this talk about nothing interesting. And if you don't, well, okay. No worries. Ooh, I don't like that. Shotgun shell. It looks like it's been there for a long time. When I was younger, my dad and I used to hunt. And it was fun. It was with my dad. But I never liked the kill, and I'm honest with you, I never got much. I liked the stalk. I liked going out with him and stalking something. But I never liked the kill. But that's me. I mean, I have friends of mine who hunt, and I have to be honest with you, I like venison, I like buffalo, I like elk, all of which I've eaten. Just never liked the kill. Now, with photography, I can go out hunting. I can go out and enjoy the stock. And I have friends of mine who do wildlife photography. And that's cool, because I've photographed a few animals in the wild. Not many, but a few. Just depends what you like and enjoy. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. It's just 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sky has a gray cast to it, but there's a stream of light coming through here, and I will show you. Right over here, see that? That's cool. That is very cool. Now, some people would say, well, you can't use a macro lens for shooting landscapes. Yes, you can. It's a prime lens. Yes, the macro can enhance that, but you can use it. I use it for shooting portraits. I use it for shooting stuff at the macro level. And I use it for shooting landscapes. So never let anybody tell you, you can't use that for this. Give it a shot, give it a try, push. Ooh, I like this. Color of these leaves is very different from the green that's around them. Now, because I'm using a 105 macro and it's a prime lens, it doesn't move, you have to move it with your feet. You have to walk forward to get close, back up to get far away. And that's okay, because it just adds to the skill levels that you develop. I've even shot panoramas with my macro lens, so never ever dismiss the lens you have. It's always about glass. It's always about the glass. Ooh, more interesting light coming through here, down this way. Of course, we got the insect life, but hey, what's life without a little salt? And I just turned that into a macro. So there we go. Woods is nice. Technically, I'm on vacation, so this is a Monday. And I just needed to get out. Like I said, I had nothing to think about, nothing to talk about. Yeah. And as I said, nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. And a woods like this, this great green canopy above us. See that? All you're hearing is the bird life. Now, sure, it's a little muggy and the insects are feasting on me, but the way the light is coming through the trees, it's soft, making patterns. Too bad I don't have anything to talk about. Oh yeah. It's a good day. So what do you do when you want to turn your brain off? I know at 1 o'clock in the morning when you're lying in bed and your brain is working overtime and you've got 20,000 different things running through your head about, what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about this? Marcus Aurelius said, you have no control over it. Don't worry about it. And he's true. Stuff you have no control over. Don't worry about it. It's beyond your control. There's one thing about this woods, though. All the little ponds that are all through it, and I've done videos about the ponds and taken people for walks through it. They're mostly dried up. It's near the end of July, coming into August. Haven't had a lot of rain. We've had some intense rain, but, well, I'll show you this one over here. Just got to go up this path a little bit. Right down here. Right down there. That was full of water in the spring and in the early summer. Got some great photographs of it. Very good composition. Now, it's all dried up. Now it's all muddy. But that's life. You get filled up with stuff and slowly it all drains away and you end up with nothing. But if you look through the trees a little further past, way over there, that pond still has water in it. Probably not much, but some. Let's go have a look. See what we find. Because after all, we're just sort of wandering through the woods, thinking about nothing, nothing to talk about. Got to be careful. Ground can be kind of treacherous. It's all covered with last year's tree debris. There's sticks, there's logs all over. And it can be a little on the treacherous side, especially if you have knees like mine. Joys of arthritis and 11 pieces of surgical steel in my left leg. but you should never let that stop you from getting out and going exploring. I have found, and since I've entered my dotage, I'm going to be 69 in September, I have found that there are times when getting out has helped keep me sane. I know this pond. I have photographed it before. There's nothing wrong with coming back to places you've previously visited. You can look at them with a fresh eye and see what they look like. See the changes. See the... Oh yeah. That's cool. Here we are. You can see it all here. It's all covered in algae, but that's normal. But yeah, it's beginning to recede. You can see the muddy outlines on the side. See if I can get down here without breaking anything. That's the other thing you should be careful about. If you're going out for a hike in the woods, take your cell phone with you. Take a whistle as well. Because if you have a slip and fall, nobody knows where to find you. Then what do you do? You could be into some serious hurt. I shot that as a panorama. I brought my 24 to 200 mil lens. It's in my pocket, but I'm feeling lazy. I didn't want to break it out. Oh, this is nice. Except for the insect life, but oh well. What's life without a little salt, eh? This is turning out to be a nice, quiet day. Ooh. See this area right here? Right there. Lighter just seems to be. That is kind of cool. Oh yeah. You can see a face right there, and the sunlight is just kissing it. So I know I told you, I've got my camera at f8, 1/180th of a second. Good piece of kit, this 105 lens. Just gotta push yourself to be creative with what you have. You work with what you have. That's important. Ah, ow. That was my left leg. As I said, I've got surgical steel in it. That's a long story I'd rather not relive. But joys of life. Just one of those things that happens to us. These stumps that have been here for a while and have rotted and started to split like that one, got a really abstract feel to that. I'm going to try an experiment. We're going up to a metering mode, high weighted metering. Focus on it. See what that does. Always good to experiment. Put it back into matrix metering. It's another one of these little ponds. It's really cool. Light coming through, giving the green a neon look. I'm going to change lenses. Just bear with me for a minute. So I now have on my 24 to 200 mil lens. Haven't changed my camera settings. They're still at f8, 1/80th of a second. I've got it at 70 mil. That's cool. There's some nice leading lines there, that log, the pond. I'm going to try to get a little closer. Neon of the leaves, the sunlight coming right through here. Oh yeah. This is nice. Nice quiet composition. Try to get around to the other side of the pond, see what we can find. Normally I only bring one lens with me. I'm kind of glad I brought two. This is a fisherman's vest. So you've got good deep pockets which you can carry stuff in. And that's important, because you don't want to weigh yourself down with excess gear and kit in a big heavy backpack. So this vest has stood me in good stead. Doesn't quite fit, doesn't zip up over my gut, but that's okay. Ooh. Oh. Interesting composition with the fallen logs, the water, bit of reflection. And put her out to 70 mil. Scoot down a bit. Oh, very nice. That was cool. That was very cool. It's really nice reflection getting in there. I want to see if I can get it just a little closer. Ooh, it's pretty muddy here, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, yeah. If I was a fashion photographer, I'd be going, work with me, baby, work with me, love the camera. But this quiet little pond, and as you can see, it's receded quite a bit, but that is really nice, that whole thing. 35 mil, see what oh yeah. Nice foreground with all this clutter. Looks kind of kludgy, but kludginess doesn't necessarily take away from a photograph. See all the branches that have fallen covered in moss? Nice, it's very abstract. And I like abstracts. Yeah. Well, this has been an excellent walk. I am really glad I came. Yeah, sure, it's hot and it's muggy and the mosquitoes are eating me alive, but you know what, as I said, what's life without a little salt, eh? We have the remnants of an old path here. Right along here, see that? It's from my hunting days. That is a deer track. Now, deer follow paths through the forest, and they make them when they go looking for food, looking for places to bed down for the night that are safe. I've seen deer in this woods. I've also seen coyotes. Now, coyotes are pretty timid. I'll leave you alone. Just give them a lot of space. They'll give you a lot of space. You don't have to worry about them. And the best thing you can do if you go into a woods like this and you're not certain of the wildlife, make lots of noise. Let them know you're here. Trust me, they'll avoid you. They are just as frightened of you as you are of them. Well, you really shouldn't be frightened of them. I mean, this is their home. Got this remnants of this log here, covered in last year's leaves and a couple fallen sticks. It's making for a nice abstract composition. That is cool. That is really cool. Well, that's been a good walk. It has been a very good walk. Here we are out at the main path. You need days like this where you can just shut your brain off and forget about the world. It's an ancient Chinese curse. May you be forced to live in interesting times. And you got to admit, the times we are living in are downright fascinating. And so, days like this, where you have nothing to talk about, nothing to think about, your brain is shut off, you can just go for a walk and enjoy the quiet. Just remembering, on your own walks through your own area, for your own woods, or just around the block, and sometimes shut your brain off, don't think about anything, don't talk about anything, just enjoy the quiet. Because that's important. That is important. Till next time, keep walking with a camera. Cheers. I guess I really did talk about quite a bit in this video. That's cool. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. And I'll see you. Cheers. Realized something I have to talk about, and that is safety. If you're going into the woods, hydrate, because dehydration can kill you just as fast as a winter cold can. bring water. Be careful. Mine has BioSteel in it to help bring up my electrolytes, because it's been muggy as hell in there. Stay safe. Keep walking with a camera in your own areas and exploring. And if you've got nothing to talk about, nothing wrong with that. Cheers. Till next time.